y'all? It's Dan again, back with Twine Tickler Lax. Week number 2. We are going in depth into the zone defense and how to beat it offensively. So what we're going to be seeing is the top 3 ways out of a rotation, a non-rotation offense, and then my number 1 overall way to beat that zone defense that you hate playing against. Today I'm rocking the Lakota with some Hero Mesh. Once again, got the mint lax ball, been throwing around with it. Still not greasy, loving it, thanks East Coast. And I also have my Vandal with me. So if you like this video, subscribe, share it. Hit me up on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, at TwineTicklerLax, all one word. And I hope you enjoy the video. Woo! Number 3. The defense I have just in a regular 3-3 zone, which most people will be running if they're running a zone, some sort of variation of the 3-3. So for this one, what we want to do here is basically overload the zone. That's the basic concept of beating a zone. So if you can see right here, I'll just circle these guys are their zones. So those are their 6 zones right here. And basically what we want to do is get 2 defenders in one zone. So let me get rid of those guys. Alright, so we'll say the ball's up top with this midi right here. What he wants to do is drive down and inside this zone right here. While this is happening, this attackman on the crease should be popping out to this seam right here. This midi should be starting to step in slightly. What we want to do is get those 2 defenders right there to pinch. So we'll say these guys pinch up right here. What you're going to do from here is move the ball down. Oh shit. Well, there you go. Down to that midfielder right there. Now the ball is there. Now he has a decision. And it's based off of the defense's rotation, if they're rotating into the ball or out of the ball. So if they're rotating with the ball, that means this defender is going to pop back. This midfielder is going to stay right in this seam right here. And you can pop the ball back to him for a shot or a one more to this attackman who is sitting in this seam right here and popped out. If they're rotating the opposite way, what that's going to happen is this defender is going to pop up to this guy, and all the midfield is going to do is pop it down one more to the attackman, who will be coming up and around for a finish right here. If they rotate early and this defender is coming in, all they have to do is have that original attackman that was here step back down into the slot here for a feed for one more. It's pretty simple, right? That's out of the 1-3-2. You can do this from both sides. You can do it pretty much anywhere you want. I'm going to erase this right now, and we'll get into the next one. Quick example is the National Championships in 2013. Quick pass, boom, goal. Alright, so this is same thing, how to beat a zone out of a non-rotating offense. This is going to be a 1-4 with a little pop. It's pretty simple. Virginia did it, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago on Duke. And it's so simple and it's so easy. Excuse me, Virginia did that on Syracuse. Not Duke. Syracuse is running a zone. So what we're looking at here is the 1-4 against the 3-3 zone here. And basically what you want to do is have the midfielder on the wing and the attackman behind working the ball back and forth here. What this is going to do is start to suffocate or start to sink in the backside D. And as that's happening, now you're going to swing the ball up top to this top midfielder. and this is where your play is going to start. You typically want one of your better shooters as this crease guy right here. So once the ball's up top, all he's going to do is do a quick little pop right here, and it's a one more to him. And for the most part, he's going to have a great opportunity to shoot because these guys are going to be, the defense is going to be sloughed down, worried about the two guys on the backside. So these guys will most likely be worried about him and him on the backside here. This midfield or this defensive midfielder is going to be distracted with the two guys inside working together. So now you have this little seam pass, little pop, and a shot there. If they so happen to slide off them here, right there, then you just have a one more down for a shot opportunity or a one more to the attackman who should be curling up for an opportunity here. So you got 3 or 4 options out of that one little pop play. And it's all because you have the two guys on the crease basically distracting, and you have the two backside guys working that ball. So here's an example of the 1-4 pop. So he brings it from behind, quick movement up top. There's the quick pop, and a nice easy Gino right there. Whoop! Number 2. Got here now is a little rotation or wheel play that you can run. So this is the second way that you can beat a zone defense, and this is with a rotation. The previous formations were without a rotation. This is with a rotation. So what you want to do, again, the whole concept is to overload a side. So as you can see, we're basically set up overloading this side here with our 4 guys who are in this little diamond, and that's the rotation that we want to be in right there. So let me get rid of that. This is my first time using this app, by the way, so leave some feedback and let me know if you guys like this or not. I can always try to find a different one or draw it up on a whiteboard or something like that, but I thought this would be a cool way to do it just because it's on the screen. So basically what you do is the trigger of this play is when the midfielder gets the ball up top. What he's going to do is start driving down and in. And now what the defense is going to start to do is shift towards that side that he's driving towards. And as this is happening, the rotation is going to start to take place. So he's coming up here. He's coming up this way, and the midfielder is starting to come down to that spot. So now we have that rotation starting, and it's going to be a pull pass coming all the way back to that attackman who is now rotating up, and then it's going to be one more pull pass here, and now we have the defense starting to rotate. As this midfielder is coming down, he needs to come back up and rotate out. This midfielder, or this guy's carrying. This attackman's carrying and then passing back down, and the original guy who passed out is cutting all the way down to the doorstep right there. And that's most likely where the finish is going to be. So it's going to be carry, pass back, carry, pass back, carry, pass back to the original guy for an easy dunk. Out of this, so basically what you're doing is creating, you have a 4-on-4 on this side, but you're creating the defense, making them pinch and making them play, have 2 guys on one of your guys at the same time. Same concept as the 1-4 pop that I showed you previously, is that you want to get those 2 guys in the same zone together. So you can go through 1 or 2 rotations of this, and then what starts to open up is the backside, because these Ds start to cheat in on both sides, and they start to cover that. So as that's happening, now you get the pass down low to that guy, and say they get it covered because they know it's coming. Now you start to look for these seams right here. So the guy who's right here starts to look through the seams for this guy, this midfielder up top, and you start to look for the seam to this attackman stepping in right here. And that's where the backside guys stop becoming the dummies and they start becoming the shooters. So you really want, on the 4 guys rotating, you want your best ball handlers, and you also want your best finishers. Usually the guy finishing is this guy. And then you want your best shooters, your best outside shooters, to be these two guys right here. Also, by putting your best two shooters there, that'll also help the D not to cheat in the beginning, because they're going to recognize that you have your shooters on that wing, and they'll start to play out to that side. So it's a good way to start rotating, and it's a little bit more complicated than the pop and the overload that we had without the rotation. So this is a good step up if your team has decided to move on to the next level and start using a little bit of a rotation. I'm a big fan of this, especially this is also a great man up play because there's one less defender, and now the rotation really screws with them. So you can use this in the man up as well. Number one. All right, the number one way to beat a zone defense, in my opinion, is transition offense. All right, so you never let the defense set up. Yeah, my handwriting's awesome. Don't worry about it. All right, so basically what you want to do is never let the defense settle into that zone, so you're always playing fast transition offense. Have a few plays set up where your poles are carrying down or your transition guys are carrying down, where you can run an offense right away. What that's going to do is trick the defense and get them sort of when in their most vulnerable positions. Basically, what you want to do is attack them while they're subbing. So they're subbing their guys out. You want to make sure that you have transition guys on that can actually handle the ball and actually go to the cage. So what you're going to do is get it down to your attackman, and then maybe you set some down picks or you do something like that. Sort of like a Brown, where they leave their long poles on because they never want to play 6-on-6. That's sort of the concept here: is attack when they're most vulnerable on the defense, and then never let them set up in their zone defense in general. So in my opinion, the number one way to beat the zone defense is, quite honestly, don't let them set up in the defense. That's it. So that is it for this week's edition of Twine, Tickler, Lax, How to Beat a Zone. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. There'll be more videos every Saturday. Let me know what you guys want to see next, whether it's a Q&A or another gear review, something like that. I can't wait to see you guys next time. Have a great week.